Let's take a look at this problem. We want to find the exact value of the expression sine 255 degrees. So sine 255 degrees. If I go around my unit circle, this is obviously 0. 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Let's see, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, and 180. And let's see, what is this? 45, 90, 135. Okay. 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, and then back to 360. Okay, 45 marks. 45, 90, 135, 180, 225, 270, 315. Okay, we're looking for two items that added or subtracted give you this value right here. There's probably lots of possibilities, but 300 minus 45 should work. So I could rewrite this as sine of 300 degrees minus 45 degrees. Just double check my basic math. Yeah, that would work. So the formula I'm going to use will be the difference. So sine of x minus y, which means I need to identify x and y. This will be x and this will be y. Our formula for the difference for sine, we got sine x cosine y. So sine x cosine y minus cosine x sine y. Okay. Well, we have identified what x and y are, so let's plug those in. So I got sine of x, which is 300 degrees, cosine of y, which is 45 degrees, minus cosine of x, so cosine of 300 degrees times sine of y, which is 45 degrees. Now 45 degrees, this point is square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. 300. Let me think this through. This will be negative, or no, positive 1/2, and negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay. So sine of 300 degrees. If we come down to 300 degrees, sine is our y part of our point, which is negative square root of 3 over 2. Times cosine of 45 degrees, and cosine is the x part of our point, which is square root of 2 over 2, minus cosine of 300 degrees, cosine is the x part of our point, which is 1/2, times sine of 45 degrees, which is square root of 2 over 2. Now we could, we want to get a single fraction on these, but we could, since they both have a square root of 2, factor the square root of 2 out. And then up on top, that would leave us a negative square root of 3 minus 1. And then down below, 2 times 2 gives us 4. Actually, let me back off on that. Okay, we got negative square root of 3, square root of 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus, then 1 times square root of 2 is square root of 2 over 4. Merges into a single fraction. In this manner. Now we're going to look at two different ways of simplifying this. One of them is the fact that they both have a square root of 2. You can take the square root of 2 and factor it out. And that gives us negative square root of 3 minus 1. over 4. But even more than that, I could bring a negative out now. And now give us negative square root of 2 and square root of 3 plus 1, all over 4. So that's one possibility. Another simplifying technique would be to just go ahead and multiply these together. So we've got negative square root of 6 minus square root of 2 over 4. Typically, and I like this form, but different books have different ways of doing it. Typically, simplified form means get rid of parentheses. But that's not always the case. When you're dealing with rational expressions, you oftentimes want to leave the parentheses in there. So it doesn't really matter which way you write it, but those are your two different ways of writing that particular answer.